Joining us right now, UC Riverside head coach Brad Langston. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Look at that smile on your face. That means good things are coming your way this season. Talk a little bit about the offseason, coach, and how you're prepared to just dive into 25-26.
Well, hello. First off, Tracy, Tammy, thank you for having me. Off season was great. We spent a lot of time, obviously recruiting, bringing in freshmen, bringing in transfers. Again, this off season, working on our culture, and then really just trying to put in our new offense, right? Trying to make sure we're playing with more pace, playing with more flow, and then again, just building on our identity defensively.
Coach, you're a coach that I love in your training and your practice to prepare your student athletes. You guys have put a lot of pressure on opponents for the last couple of years, and you try to make them uncomfortable out there on the court. I know there's a lot of that pressure comes from the training that you guys do, but tell us a little bit about that style, how it has served you well, and that kind of what we can expect to see with that pressure defense, and then how that sort of transitions to your offense, and so that you guys can score.
Yeah. Well, I would definitely say number one, putting pressure on the ball starts with just a willingness, right? A willingness to defend, a willingness to compete. So that's where we start. Next, I would say just again knowing the scout and taking away whatever advantage the team has, right? Whether that's an individual player, a style of play, just really, really being prepared from that aspect. And then converting those misses or turnovers into points, right? And that's something we got to get better at this year. We had a fair amount of steals, a fair amount of rebounds that we could have pushed. So our growth this year is really just taking that and then finishing on the other end.
Coach, talk about the players returning and kind of getting back into that successful mindset as you kind of vie for top four, top five of Big West.
Yeah. Well, first, obviously, we'll start with Shelly. She was picked by the coaches, and so we love that. Her this offseason has spent a good job of again building on her game, shooting, getting to spots, just how we're going to play this year. So that's something that she's done a great job of. Hannah Wickstrom had a great year last year. She's a freshman stepping in. She's in the best shape of her life. She is ready to rock and roll. Obviously, we have Seneca Hackley, who was a really premier defender, but really kind of caught her flow midway through the Big West play. So we're looking for her to step up and kind of had a big start for us this year.
Brad, just something that comes to mind, and I kind of hope that maybe this is not putting you on the spot too much, but what is this landscape that you've been around for a long time in college basketball? What has it taught you just in the last couple of years as things are changing, and how recruiting to compete and get the right player that you need to be the right fit doesn't always necessarily equate to the player that's going to return. Sometimes that could be a transfer portal kid. And I'm wondering, how do you continue to balance that and have some continuity when players may be coming and going?
Yeah. Obviously, it's a space where players get to make a choice, right? And that's great. So I'm definitely a big proponent of that. But I think you rely on your staff, right? Like building relationships, true, authentic relationships, where the players know they're getting better not only as basketball but as players also. And I think as you're recruiting, it's trying to find the right fit from a school standpoint, from a culture standpoint, character standpoint. All those things have to be really, really important, and know that at any point in time, a player can leave, which is fine. But we talk about building authentic relationships and having growth individually. So we think that those yield dividends, which is why we were able to retain 9 players last year.
Coach, I love the out of conference schedule. You're taking on Arizona, you're taking on Idaho, you're taking on Boise State. And these are kind of like, hey, anybody's willing to play us, we're going to take it on. Is there no fear in this team this year?
Nah, no fear, no fear. Let's go compete. Like going to play at Arizona and Tucson. I mean, what an amazing venue. They always have a great fan base that comes out. So it's really about the athletic experience, like going and playing in front of 5 or 6 thousand fans. How exciting is that, right? Like taking advantage of that, going to play at Idaho. They got us at home last year, so we get a chance to go avenge that loss. And then playing Boise, obviously they're always a staple in the Mountain West. So we're excited to go play them and compete.
It's always challenging in the Big West, and our Big West fans just love kind of this, this not only the style of play, but the fact that things are balanced out both offensively and defensively. Is this a team that you have that you feel you've got kind of the right balance? You've got those people coming back that you talked about, the 9 that are coming back. How much balance can we see?
I think you see a lot of balance. I mean, I think we're excited about obviously Aaliyah Stanton coming in, a dynamic guard, um, second in scoring in the Big West last year. She's going to add an offensive and defensive intensity to us that we're really, really excited about. Obviously, bringing in Bria Shine, her versatility of playing outside, just championship experience. We're really, really excited about the balance that we have. On top of our freshmen, we have some freshmen that have stepped up and played really well in practice right now. So we're excited about their growth also.
Of the Big West tournament, which was a lot of fun. Everybody thought, you were oh so close as being that upset surprise to continue to go on. How many more missing pieces do you have to go for the championship this year?
I think we're ready right now. Our team is competing. They're again, we talk about it every day. Just our culture words as far as being connected, committed, competitive. I think we have enough offensive pieces now, along with our defensive identity, to make a push for that top half of the league. And then when it's Big West tournament time, you see what you have.
So much of this SoCal region, Coach, represents an opportunity to learn from other coaches that aren't necessarily in the league, and you can do that. And I know that you have done that. And I'm wondering, what have you kind of plucked little pieces here and there from this SoCal region that has really helped build your program?
I was just at the John Wooden Award Banquet on Tuesday, which
Mm.
was amazing. But I got to walk in with Lindsay Gottlieb, right? Which I know her from recruiting when I was in high school days. So to be able to kind of pick her brain as far as how she manages and handles her team during this time of year, talking with Corey that morning, right? Like just about expectations and like how do you, prepare your players for what's to be expected when you're trying to achieve something that maybe the program's never done, right? Or hasn't done in a while, right? Like expectations, those things are really, really important. So just being able to, again, just pick some of the most brilliant minds in the game right now, right? Like who's better than USC and UCLA right now. So, we're really, really excited just about just the growth that women's basketball is making currently.
Coach, talk about growth. I don't know if you saw the preseason poll. Riverside is preseason 7. And
Yeah.
having seen you last year, I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe you want to surprise a couple people and come in quietly and then just finish strong. But I felt like you're stronger than a 7. Any thoughts on that preseason rank?
Preseason rankings are always they're tough, right? Like you're trying to forecast on players that you haven't seen, pieces missing, pieces gone, pieces coming in. I think that preseason polls are just exciting things for the media, poster board material for teams, and then expectations for others, right? But I think all of us are kind of in the same spot. We're trying to grow. We're trying to get better. I don't think anybody in the league probably is ready to play a game today, right? We probably all want 3 or 4 more weeks to practice and prepare. So preseason polls, rankings, ultimately, right, like they are what they are. But our job is to kind of show up and be our best every single day, which is what we try to do.
Brad, I'd
Brad,
like to just kind of ask you, Tracy and I, we always like to ask the coaches, is there sort of a philosophy or a canon that you follow when you go to practice every day? And if so, what is that? And if you look back at the program and what you've done so far and where you want to go, um, what is your takeaway? What are you most proud of?
I'm really most proud of just the young women that we've brought into the program. Um,
Mm.
I mean, like Esther Matarans, I mean, she's playing pro right now, right, in the top division in Spain. Matea Bryant, again, playing overseas right now. obviously having Jordan Webster grad transfer go play at a Power Five ranking, right? Like, but these are just amazing young women that are going to be amazing just in life. And so really, really proud just about just the growth we're making just as young women on and off the court. Are they getting better at basketball? Absolutely. But to watch the growth they're making as young women to women and entering the world and the next phase of life, that's something that obviously as a head coach, as a staff, that's what we hang our hat on.
Coach Brad Langston, I feel like you are a mentor on and off the court. You are so understated, yet so exciting to watch. I can't wait for the upcoming season for you and your team. Good luck to you, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you. Look forward to you guys seeing you guys
Good.
later.